The Guardian newspaper going after Speaker Jagdeo Singh, an editorial by Ronald Bola, Monday, August 24, 2026. The one prominent, albeit leading member of the government apart from Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, is House Speaker Jagdeo Singh. While some ministers' names are embroiled in negative reporting, Speaker Singh since his election has shone with a luminosity that has captured the attention of the population and may well make some older parliaments blush in admiration. Speaker Jagdeo Singh has startled many by being balanced, fair, and objective when almost everyone expected him to be biased. Where previous speakers always looked over their shoulder, Speaker Jagdeo Singh has demonstrated a fervid independence. The gravitas of a judge is the singular attribution that sets him apart from his predecessors, and if our political culture is to change, it will be changed from the parliament courtesy of House Speaker Jagdeo Singh and Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. The Guardian has recognized the potency of this personality as a juggernaut, and we must keep a watchful eye. In the Sunday Guardian of August 16, 2026, the sociologist Dr. Mwale Henry wrote a letter making reference to remarks made by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar and essentially inferred that the Speaker gave the Prime Minister a bligh. The country knows that Kamla Persad-Bissessar throughout her long career has been the epitome of parliamentary rectitude and has been a leader in public decorum. In this regard, she is unmatched. But Henry, in using the C word, highlights how different groups perceive and also react impulsively to things that the country has developed an immunity to and tolerance of. The explanations can be found in the web of anthropology, sociobiology, and studies of primitive cultures. But citing sociologists J.S. Funival and N.G. Smith and their work in plural societies was really to give his letter an air of authority. Smith was in Trinidad in 1988 and made a presentation at Eric Williams Plaza. He came again in 1990 and made a presentation on pluralism and social stratification. However, his work dealt with plural societies in the colonial Far East, viz., Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, New Guinea, and Borneo. Not mentioned are the works of Braithwaite and Laguerre in Trinidad, which are relevant. Obviously not satisfied with the responses to the letter of a week ago by Henry, The Guardian has decided to rerun the said article, the Speaker before star, but this time Speaker has the letters capitalized and now truncated as a two-part serial starting yesterday. The Guardian is mindful of the high political rating of House Speaker Jagdeo Singh. I am not privy to his thoughts, but I understand the politics quite well. And, if you want food for thought, follow along. Setting apart his legal prowess, the Speaker of the House is a Hindu and is married to a Muslim. That resonates powerfully with the Indian community. And while this is speculative, the idea is bound to be the subject of much commentary. House Speaker Jagdeo Singh Esquire as a person has a commanding physical stature almost in the league of the Indian movie stars of yesteryear like Raj Kapoor, Rajesh Khanna, and Amitabh Bachchan. In the Indian community in this country, the persona of the male movie star has always resonated with loud currency. The pic of him with the Daya in Parliament is hypnotic and dwarfs everyone else in the picture. In an old book from the early 19th century, How to Get Strong and How to Stay Strong, the author William Blakey explains how in ancient times up to the time of the early American presidents, leaders engaged in physical culture apart from training the mind through oratory, philosophy, and other academic works. He lists 94 great men from Moses to Muhammad, including American presidents, British prime ministers, philosophers, war generals, and chief justices of over 100 years ago, and tells of various exercises to get strong and stay strong, and in each of these 94 persons he explains their physiognomy with the aesthetic eye of a sculptor. Almost all of them were over 6 feet tall except Napoleon. Jagdeo Singh would find good companionship in reading this 510 pages treasure. And there is a takeaway. It was what Thomas Jefferson said of George Washington. Perhaps the strongest feature in his character was prudence, never acting until every circumstance, every consideration, was maturely weighed, refraining if he saw a doubt, but, when once decided, going through with his purpose, whatever obstacles opposed. His integrity was most pure, his justice the most inflexible I have ever known. No motives of interest or consanguinity, of friendship or hatred, being able to bias his decision. He was, indeed, in every sense of the words, a wise, a good, and a great man. The Guardian newspaper, with its long history, knows quite well a juggernaut when it sees one, but Speaker Jagdeo Singh should not alter course. Do not tarry. Press on, Lud.